Hello, we are Project Rebound, a restorative justice program at San Diego State University that believes in the transformative power of higher education. Our mission is to support the higher education and successful reintegration of formerly incarcerated and justice impacted persons through the mentorship and living example of other formerly incarcerated students, graduates, faculty, and staff. Project Rebound constructs a life affirming alternative to the revolving door policies of mass incarceration by making higher education more accessible and supportive of formerly incarcerated and justice impacted students so that they can acquire the knowledge and skills of university education, enhance their capacity for civic engagement and community leadership, secure meaningful and gratifying employment, empower themselves and their families, and ultimately make stronger, safer communities. In 1952, John Irwin served a 5-year prison term for armed robbery in Soledad Prison, where he earned 24 college credits through a university extension program. After his release, Irwin earned a BA from UCLA and a PhD from UC Berkeley. He then served as a professor of sociology and criminology at San Francisco State University for 27 years. He is now recognized internationally as an expert on the U.S. prison system. In 1967, Irwin created Project Rebound as a way to matriculate people into San Francisco State University directly from the criminal justice system. Since the program's inception, hundreds of formerly incarcerated people have obtained bachelor's degrees and beyond. In 2016, with the support of the Opportunity Institute and the CSU Chancellor, Timothy White, Project Rebound expanded beyond San Francisco State into a consortium of 9 CSU campus programs. The CSU Project Rebound Consortium is now a state and grant funded network of programs operating at 14 CSU campuses in Bakersfield, Fresno, Fullerton, Humboldt, Long Beach, Los Angeles, Northridge, Pomona, Sacramento, San Bernardino, San Diego, San Marcos, San Francisco, and Stanislaus. Since 2016, Project Rebound students system-wide have earned an overall grade point average of 3.0, have a 0% recidivism rate, and 87% of graduates have secured full-time employment or admission to postgraduate programs. Project Rebound acts as a liaison with campus services and programs as well as community organizations in order to advocate for people on campus and in the community. We are also connected with all CSU Project Rebound programs and all community colleges in San Diego and Imperial County. By offering resources and connections, Project Rebound attempts to help students with their basic needs so that, through higher education, they can cultivate skills in critical thinking and writing, oral communication, quantitative and ethical reasoning, enhance their capacity for civic engagement and community leadership, secure meaningful and gratifying employment, empower themselves, their families, and their communities, reduce their participation in behavior that is harmful to self, family, and community, and humanize public attitudes towards currently and formerly incarcerated. Some of the services that Project Rebound offers include an introduction to the university setting and campus services, providing a community that helps overcome academic and non-academic barriers, assistance with the admission process, advocacy for students on parole, probation, or supervision, academic program advising, referrals to counseling, psychological, and wellness services both on campus and in the community, tutoring and mentoring for Rebound students, and internships and volunteering opportunities for students interested in working with Project Rebound at SDSU. The DJJ Mentorship Program. The new California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation sponsored division of Juvenile Justice Project Rebound Mentorship Program. Professor Reese, Cal Poly Pomona Program Director, said, "Our goal is to create a seamless transition process. Project Rebound DJJ Mentorship Project is another powerful example of our commitment to transforming the lives of this population through exposure to higher education. There are a total of 12 students from various CSU campuses that mentor youth." Requirements: must be formerly incarcerated, off or on parole or probation, must be living or paroling to the San Diego area, ability to perform college-level work and maintain satisfactory progress by taking and completing 6 to 12 units each semester. For freshmen, high school transcripts and ACT or SAT scores. For transfer students, 56 to 60 units of credit and college transcripts. Admission application and financial aid application. If you need any help with the CSU or FAFSA applications, contact Project Rebound SDSU. If you're interested in joining, here are some admission strategies. Fill out the application form, see the next slide, and return it to our office via mail or email. Obtain any and all documents you have regarding your education, such as transcripts, diplomas, GED, test scores, etc. If you qualify as a program participant, we will send you an admission packet for SDSU. If you do not qualify for SDSU admission at this time, do not be discouraged. We will discuss your next steps towards pursuing higher education and provide any information you may need to take that step. If you are interested in Project Rebound, please fill out the following questionnaire. We will need to know your name, phone number and email address, mailing address, where and when you were most recently incarcerated, what your academic background is, whether you have 56 or more transferable college semester units or 84 quarter units, if you have completed college courses in the listed areas, and how you heard about Project Rebound. Here is our contact information, including our mailing address, email address, social media, and website. This is the contact information for the SDSU Project Rebound staff. We look forward to supporting you in your pursuit of higher education. Thank you. Here is a short video made and produced by Jason, a Project Rebound student, about Laura, one of our other Project Rebound students.
And the last thought from my mind is going back to prison. I'm a fourth year student here at San Diego State. I have 2 fields of discipline. I'm a double major. One is criminal justice, that's my primary discipline, and the secondary major is sociology. This is me on a bank robbery spree. I couldn't cope living in my car. I was ill prepared to do so. So I just decided to write a note on the back of a Burger King napkin and walk into a bank and rob that bank. And after I robbed that bank, I robbed another bank and another bank and another bank. So I was sent to a level 4 state prison in Chowchilla. And that was very eye-opening. You know, the social injustice that I saw in there was way far and beyond what I ever saw in federal prison. But that insight that I have, I'm taking and running with it now, full speed ahead. I'm in 5 student organizations. Like I said, I have a 4.0 in both my fields of study, and I'd like to go into prison advocacy work. So I go to the parole meetings. I'm a consultant for gender-specific issues of re-entry for women. I push very hard for restorative justice in the United States, and I'll continue to push for that because it is better for the victim. It is better for the community. What changed me this time was an education coordinator realized that I was tutoring all the girls in my unit. And those girls' scores and their ISETs started to go up. They wanted to show their daughters that they could get an education inside prison. As a tutor, I found some girls had never even learned how to read and write. How come you didn't learn how to read and write, Doomsday, who was one of my favorite people that I tutored? Her mom was in and out of county jail, her father was in prison, and she was the one who had to take care of her 3- and 6-year-old brother and sister at the age of 8. The school never came and looked for her. She never learned. There was no freaking bookmobile in her neighborhood. You know, and that just broke my heart that someone couldn't read, because that was my escape in there, was reading books. It's important to plant that seed even while a person is incarcerated, so when they get out, that thought is in the back of their mind. In prison, that's what I preached, was education.
Oh yes, she did. She preached it until I couldn't hear it no more.
Education saved my life. I truly believe I would not be here. I would not be out of prison if it wasn't for education. Education will get you out of here. Education will keep you out of prison. We're in a new bracket, a new institution. We went from one institution to the other, which also makes us hugely successful because we were used to programming in that institution. So we take that discipline from that program and that institution, and we come straight to this institution. It's extremely important, you know. Now I'll have a bachelor's degree, then I'll have a master's degree, then and eventually they will have to listen to me, and eventually someone will listen to me. And eventually I'll be sitting on a board somewhere saying, you know, that policy doesn't fit for women, that policy doesn't fit for people of color, that policy doesn't fit for juveniles. And the only way I'll go back to prison is when I'm a visitor, and I'm going to go back to help my sisters. I'll still go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to change, you know, I'm going to change prison policy somehow, some way. And I'm going to help the people I left behind. Yeah. Aztec for life, baby.